So thank you for showing up today for your Yin Yoga class. Today's theme is about letting go. As you probably are practicing this right moment with me, probably we are going through this transition of changing time zones, the weather, the seasons, a lot going on, and we need to start embracing that sense of letting go so we avoid resistance and we avoid suffering, right? It's one of the Buddhist principles. And so today we're going to do a very introspective, easygoing sequence that is going to address the outer hips, going to address the spine. And as you remember, we hold lots of silence so you can kind of settle and rest your mind and have an opportunity here to process and ask yourself, how am I dealing with all these changes and what part of me are resistant to let go and I'm still grabbing or holding on to something that is changing, right? Like our routines or the times or whatever it might be for you. So I invite you to reflect on that and explore what parts of your life right now you probably could create some space to let go so you can welcome new experiences and new opportunities. So we're going to start on child's pose. So take your time there, any type of child's pose. And what that means is whether you want to keep your knees together, knees apart, hands by your side, hands reaching forward, right? This is where you get to see what does my body need and how can I provide my body that space for relaxation. So take your time here, find your child's pose and settle into the pelvis, right? Notice how the hips feel. If you need to kind of gently rock side to side around the pelvis for a moment, just to kind of feel the joints. And then drop the forehead on the mat, soften the elbows, soften the shoulders, soften the breath. And just let the weight of your pelvis really sink back and down into the heels. And as we start this practice with child's pose, right away we're going into that forward fold, right? And this is an invitation for the nerve system to calm down. And it's a wonderful opportunity to check in with yourself. Is there anything about these changes in your life that is feeling overwhelming? They're feeling like there's too much all at once. And just by acknowledging that feeling, if you are feeling overwhelmed or whatever other feeling, just by acknowledging, it creates the opportunity for the process of healing to begin, right? We acknowledge something and then we create a space for it and eventually heals. So allow your body to feel heavy and relaxed. Soften the breath. And keep your awareness right here in the now, observing your entire body entering slowly into relaxation. I'm going to stay here for a minute or so. So just continue settling and just letting the breath feel relaxed. It is very unusual in today's day for us to create a space to just be in silence and just be. So if it feels a little bit awkward or you feel the need that you probably are wasting time here, just acknowledge that and just let it go. We need to understand that the need to do it's overrated. There is a lot of value in resting and slowing down, finding that balance between the two. Keep relaxing as much as you can with every breath out. Let the body soften, your muscles soften, your attention soften, everything softening with every breath out. Just a couple more breaths in here. And then gently lift the head. Move your hands to help you to lift yourself up. And now we're going to go into our seated forward fold. So kick your legs out to the side and shift your body into your seated position. Now, if you would like to sit a little taller, remember you can use a blanket. And forward fold here, right? Remember that in Yin Yoga, there is not alignment. This is pretty much you acknowledging what the body needs to adjust, or just the body let it fall into acknowledging what the body needs. So forward fold, extending the legs in front of you. Let the legs be as wide or as close as they need to be. Let the toes point whatever they want to point. And find those sitting bones, and very gently, you're going to let your chest forward fold here. And in Yin Yoga, we only go as far as we start to feel the sensation of the pose, of the stretch, right? Typically in regular yoga practices, we feel the sensation and we keep pushing and pushing, and, we become sensation junkie sometimes. And this is part of finding that balance. Yin Yoga helps us to acknowledge where the sensation starts to feel, and then hold it and pause right there. Because the other percentage of the energy in the pose goes for relaxation. So you can drop the chin to the chest, stretching the back of the neck. You can press your palms, you can come into your forearms. Just notice where your body's telling you to go. You can rest your hands on the legs. Just make sure you're feeling relaxing on the shoulders, your belly, and feel that gentle sensation of stretching the lower back and stretching the back of your legs. And what happens sometimes in our Yin Yoga, as we hold the poses, let's say for about a minute or so, we start to notice that sometimes the body sends an invitation. It's like a very humble invitation for you to try and dive a little deeper, perhaps. Or maybe it tells you an invitation to get off the pose and do a little bit less. Right? So the more present and calm your mind is, the more you can pay attention to those subtle sensations of the body. And you can acknowledge and honor those sensations throughout the practice. Notice where you're holding resistance and see if you can let go. Notice where your muscles are tight for some reason and just soften them. Just letting go the need of control of every single detail. And tapping more into the yin, feminine energy of trusting and flowing with the events as they are, as they unfold. And just trusting that we are where we're meant to be. That very delicate balance of planning everything to the T. But at the end of the day, we know life happens, right? And so this is a nice, delicate balance of planning, but then letting go and trusting in the process. Just a couple more breaths in here. As gently and as slow as you can, lift yourself up. And I say slow because we've been stretching the spine, right? Just take a moment there to very slowly come all the way up. Bring your hands behind you and just rotate the fingers away from the spine and lean back into your palms. And we come into these poses that are called bounce, right? And the idea of the bouncing poses is to neutralize your connective tissues. And sometimes you get to feel the sensations of the stretch, of the compression. You might feel like a minty sensation, a tingly sensation, and hydration sensation. Good. Now we're going to roll into our backs. We're going to do supine pigeon on each side for 2.5 minutes on each side. So come into your back, take your time. Keep the knees bent. And keep your left foot on the floor and cross your right ankle on top of that left thigh. So this is one option. You can stay right here as you relax the shoulders, relax the neck. And then you have that option, right, where you bring your palms between the legs and interlace the fingers behind your left thigh as you hug it in, and your right thigh presses away from your chest. Now, if you feel like you're doing 80% of effort, I want you to do 40% of effort. So notice where you can let go and be a little bit more mellow in this stretch. So your face, your breath, your neck and shoulders, your fingers, and your right outer hip are fully relaxed. Closing your eyes could be also an invitation for your senses to slow down and just be more mindful of the breath. Just notice every breath in and every breath out through the nose. Where can you let go in here? Making peace with making less effort and be okay with doing less. Just 2 more breaths. Slowly in and out of the nose. Beautiful. And then gently uncross the legs. Let both feet rest on the mat for a moment. Keep your knees bent. And reach your arms out to the side and let the knees rest against each other. Just notice the sensation of the pose in the body. Notice your right hip. Notice your legs. Relaxing the shoulders. One more breath here. And now let's just do the other side. So keep your right leg on the floor. Knee bent, feet on the ground. Cross your left leg first. This is what I love about Yin. You just get to move more gently, more slow, more aware. It's like you're awakening a different way of moving, right? And then adjust, right? The pelvis if you need to, if you're hiking one or the other. And if you're going for that option of hugging the thigh into the chest, take your time to get there and try to do 30% of effort here. Start with shoulders relax, fingers relax, feet relax, belly relax. You realize that in this pose, you still are going to feel the stretch on your left outer hip. There is a sensation. You might be finding a 5% sensation, a 10% sensation. Sensation is sensation. Now it's up to us how much we want to feel. And here right now, I'm inviting you to feel way less than you will typically do in any other class. I want you to let go. How does it feel to do less? How does it feel to do what I actually want to do, which is sometimes just relax and stop doing my best and just be, because I'm perfectly enough right now, right? That's one of the tendencies of trying to do. See if you can let that go in this class. Energetically feel the energy in the body and see if you can soften. Sometimes we hold unconscious tension in the body, in the muscles, in the way we move, in the way we think. Just soften and let go. Just a couple more breaths here. Good, and then you're gonna gently uncross the legs, both feet on the ground. Let the knees rest against each other again. And this time, rest your hands on your abdomen so you can feel the breath. Feel the effects of the pose on your left side. Continue letting go of the need of judging, the need of categorizing the experience one way or another. One more breath. And then bring the hands above the knees and hug the knees into your chest here for a moment. Gently rock side to side. We're going to go into supine twist. Here we can continue embracing the letting go of the need of control, letting go of the need of how things should be or not to be, and just collapsing on the breath for relaxation. So drop both knees to the right and let the legs fall to the right. Open your arms out to the side. If you want to make a pillow with your hands, you can bring a pillow, rest your head on top of the palms. It's up to you if you want those knees together, close your chest, fart chest. Remember, there is no alignment here. I want you to find your twist here, whatever feels right. I'm going to stay here for a moment, so make sure you're creating some space for relaxation. Just notice the twist on the spine. Notice the breath on your abdomen. And letting the arms, shoulders, and inner thigh to relax. Relax your attention. And with every breath out, take advantage and let go of anything that feels heavy in your life, in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. Just releasing. Let it transmute and transform into whatever it needs to. Couple more breaths. And then come back to center with your knees, feet on the ground. Release the hands by your side, right? That bouncing pose where we're trying to neutralize the movement so we can feel and give the body an opportunity to digest, for your connective tissue to stretch and now to adjust. One more breath here. And same thing on the other side. So adjust your body so you can cross and drop both knees to the left and let your hands go in any position that feels right. Adjust your pelvis so you can feel more relaxed on the twist, where you feel minimal effort. And then drop your awareness in the breath. Another thing that we can practice in letting go is let go of the past. It's already gone. Let go of the future. It hasn't happened yet. See how much you can really enjoy this present moment fully in awareness, surrendering and letting go of anything else. 2 more breaths in here. And then take your time to slowly come all the way up back to center, feet on the ground, knees bent, hands by your side. Just a couple breaths here. Good. And we're going to close with butterfly pose. So heels touch, knees out to the side. And once again, let your legs and your pelvis fall into a way that feels relaxing for your body. If you're aiming for more shoulder stretch, you can reach the arms overhead or out to the side. Otherwise, just rest them on your abdomen to help you ground your awareness to the present moment through the breath. Just giving your mind a reset here, slowing down the pace of the thoughts is something very challenging. So trying to let go of the overthinking, over planning, over calculating, organizing, functions that are very natural for the mind, but sometimes it needs a break, just like everything else. Focus on your breath and let go of any resistance that you might be holding in this pose. Two more rounds of breath. As gently and as slow as you can, close your legs and then keep your feet on the ground for a moment. Rest the knees against each other. And let's take our final relaxation, Shavasana, for about a minute. I'll give you a full silence for a minute. Just relaxing your body from head to toe, relaxing your breath. Continue to let go of that need to do. Give yourself permission to just be here. And just take a couple more breaths, slowly in through the nose. Continue letting go of anything that you know it should be let go. Good. Start moving your fingers and your toes. Stretch yourself, arms overhead. And then as you exhale, hug the knees slowly into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Start to notice the effects of the body, the practice in your body, in your mind, your breath. Roll into your right side. Stay here for one full breath. Keep your eyes closed. Just let the body absorb all these movements in the joints. Let the body get imprinted energetically with this relaxation vibe. And when you're ready, press and come all the way up and find your comfortable seated position. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed, right? It's keeping that introspection, meditative, calming aspects of the practice. I want you to take a notice on how it feels to just take 30 minutes of stillness, kindness, gentleness in the way we move in our bodies, in the way we breathe, and to decelerate the speed of our mind, right? It's a process. I really hope this practice offer you the opportunity to let go of certain tendencies that sometimes we don't realize they're not helping us to go anywhere. And as we let go, we are embracing and creating space for more sustainable, more peaceful, and more joyful experiences. Bring your palms together, gentle bow of the head. Thank you so much for practicing today with me. And I hope throughout this season, you continue to acknowledge and become self-aware on the areas and the aspects of your habits, patterns in your mind, patterns in the body, that sometimes is nice to let go, that you realize, why am I doing this? Or how is this helping me? How is this feeling satisfaction? And give yourself the opportunity to reborn, to try something new again, and just letting go of things. So thanks again, and I hope to see you very soon. Thanks for practicing.